So I'm going on a fishing expedition here, guys, because I listened to the broadcast. I listened to the broadcast while I was watching the broadcast, and I looked out there and I go, "That ain't 79 out there. That's 72. That's KT Levinston's music." And then all of a sudden I heard Nathan go, "Well," I said, he goes, "KT Levinston's out there. Leviston is out there." And then we didn't know about Dawand Jones. I thought Dawand Jones got hurt.
That does not sound like an offensive lineman, by the way.
No, it sounds like a singer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Katie Lang, ain't I?
KT Tunstall?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Or a lawyer, KT Levinson and Associates. Like, that does not sound like someone you want to have come in.
That's a billboard on 95 in Florida.
Yeah.
KT Leviston gets you top dollar.
Yeah, I don't know if you want a person with that name playing offensive line, even in a spot situation.
So
in the heat.
So anywho,
the Baltimore Heat.
It's not like he's 5'8", 185 playing offensive line.
He came back in later on.
Yeah.
And Nathan had even said, he's like, "I don't understand. It didn't seem that Dawand was struggling." Nathan's like, "I didn't notice him struggling." And I'm like, "Good, because I didn't really notice him struggling either. I know he had that false start, but I didn't really notice him either." So Kevin Stefanski was asked about it, and this is from yesterday's press conference or yesterday's media availability. He mentioned heat-related issues between Denzel Ward and Dawand Jones from Sunday.
Again, that's heat-related. We'll see what the temperature looks like coming up.
Can you sort of explain what was going on with him? I know it was cramping, but he's young, he's healthy. I
would tell you, Mary, it was warm. So these guys, you can fight those, and a lot of our players are excellent athletes, but that heat can certainly cause those type of things.
All right. So there was that. And then Dawand Jones, during interviews in the locker room, Dawand Jones was asked about the situation, and he said this about what led out to him sitting out a few plays against the Ravens.
I wasn't dehydrated. It was just coach's precaution to take me out. It was nothing, wrong with me. He just wanted to make sure I was okay for the rest of the game. College, I feel like we had way more plays. So honestly, it was just up to Coach Stefanski. There's nothing I really can control.
Okay. What am I missing? Because he had a day where he rode back in the cart and people were going, "Oh God, he hurt himself again." And they went, "No, it was a heat-related issue in training camp." That's what I thought, and I drew conclusions there. And I don't know if we want to play Jonathan and Nick. Jonathan went crazy. You know what? Ross Tucker was on Afternoon Drive. Here's Ross Tucker talking about Dawand. I mean, he was on the call, so here's Ross Tucker talking about Dawand Jones coming back into the game.
I'll tell you what I definitely haven't seen before is a left tackle come in on second down, the starting left tackle to come back in the game on second down. I don't know what happened there. I can't remember. Was it a TV timeout or something, or was it the end of the quarter? But I know this, Leviston went out there and...
It was the flag on Leviston.
Adafe Owe beat him immediately. And then I think on that drive, at some point, Dawand Jones came back into a game on a drive. So I don't know why he was out. That I think it can be pre-planned to get guys a breather. I'd be surprised. I'm not familiar with a plan where you send the starting left tackle back out there mid-series, like on second down, unless it's an injury or unless he was cramping up like Denzel Ward and he needed needed fluids or treatment or whatever. And then when he was good, they're like, "Okay, get back out there for Leviston."
What am I missing?
Well, it's that Dawand said that it was a coach taking me out for those measures, but he said he was fine. Dawand is saying he was fine.
So they took him, but that's what I'm saying.
And Ross Tucker's saying that's bizarre. That doesn't happen.
It's not normal. It's not normal. Do you want to play Peterlin? This is a bit long here. I'm afraid I'm going to be even more confused. Here, Peterlin got upset, went nuts. Here's Peterlin.
I kind of appreciate from his side of things to stick up for himself and be like, "I'm not going to just let you put it out there that I had some sort of heat warning when you're the one that just took me out of the game."
No, I just got benched. I just got benched.
Well, I think so. Stefanski's trying to protect him. Clearly, he's trying to protect him. But if I'm Dawand Jones, I think I want the actual answer on record. I don't know how many different ways Dawand Jones can tell you he didn't have any sort of heat-related issues. That was Stefanski benching him.
I honestly think you helped the player more if you were just like, "We didn't like what we saw out of Dawand. He was struggling. We wanted to give him a breather, and so we put Leviston
Leviston in, and we want to see what Leviston had. By the way, still a Herculean dumb idea. You do that in practice.
Well,
Not against the Baltimore freaking Ravens.
Maybe that's what he's trying to...
Oh, is he protecting himself?
Yeah, because, well, think about it, because then Leviston got the penalty, and then they just yanked him right back out. It's like, if Leviston hadn't gotten that penalty, he might have played the rest of the game, and then maybe in that instance, Stefanski's like, well, it worked out well for us. He turned out to have a pretty good game, but Leviston got the penalty, and I think he was just like, all right, that was a dumb idea. Let's go back to Dawand now.
So the coach said the same thing twice. Dawand Jones says that wasn't the case. And now we're left with this position of like, I don't really know how to move forward with this, just that I think it needs to be on the record that it's apparent their message isn't the same, and Dawand Jones would like it on the record that this was not heat related.
Well, he said precautionary. And Dawand said precautionary.
Yeah.
By the way, it wasn't just. I'm not ripping on Jonathan yet. I need help. I don't know what the issue is. Like,
I think the player.
It's bizarre that he's pulled out, and that's why it's like, well, what explains the bizarre nature of it? Well, precautionary because of heat. You had Denzel Ward go down because of cramps. This is a precaution because of heat. So these are bizarre, extenuating circumstances.
So it's because he's the biggest dude on the team. He may have had...
He already had a heat-related issue in camp.
Yeah, he had an issue in camp, but Dawand's saying, I'm fine, I can play.
He said precautionary. Dawand said precautionary. So I don't know if they pulled him out because of... I know for a fact, this is for a fact, they do like sweat studies and weigh bottles of water or fluid and then do like weight and stuff like that to make sure that they... Like, it's a whole big thing that their athletic staff does. I mean, I've seen them do it. So I know that there's like
doing this in game, like are they?
They have to be.
I mean, technology wise, you can read a guy's heartbeat now during a game, right?
They have to. They wear the patches that tells them how much they're sweating and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, man, there
they
has
have access to that data in game.
I would imagine they do.
So did somebody come up to Stefanski and go, Dawand started this game at 320 and now he weighs 316.
I don't. Well, you got to weigh. I don't know if they're weighing between plays or between series or anything like that. But it's.
I don't know that the union would be happy about that.
His sodium levels have dropped.
You want to keep him healthy, don't you?
Yeah, but you don't want guys getting benched who are in different positions, maybe trying to hit incentives. Offensive line's different, but
I don't think
that's all speculation on all that.
Like, if you were to say he struggled, I think he struggled in the game more against Cincinnati. I don't think he struggled as much in the game against the Ravens. And when you put him back out there, it would be as Ross would say, it's like, all right, we need him out there because this guy can't. He's the backup for a reason. We need Dawand back out there. Like, you wouldn't just pull Dawand. I guess
it would be one thing because I think we're all a little confused.
I'm very confused, and I just saw a lot of people getting upset in my media brethren. I go, well, hold on here. Maybe I'm just a little bit slow on this one.
Okay, it's not like the forecast snuck up on them, right? They knew what the weather was. It would be one thing if Coach had prepared Dawand before the game as well as his backup and said, look, we're going to be monitoring this very closely.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that throughout the game we're communicating. If you are needing a breather, let me know. But Dawand is saying, I was fine. Coach did this for these reasons. But it sounded like Dawand was surprised. Like he wasn't really told in the heat of the moment, pardon the pun, what the situation would be.
Was a good pun. I'll give you that. I know you didn't mean to do it.
No, I didn't.
So he wasn't told why he was being pulled?
Other than it was precautionary, but Dawand is saying that I didn't need to be pulled in, less words.
So there's an issue there.
I think there's a lack of communication going on.
So this is what I'm wondering. I'm trying to draw conclusions here. There's a total lack of communication, and I think everybody's confused by getting into it. So when we're confused, we tend to overreact with anger because we don't know. He had a heat-related issue in camp. They probably did. I'm imagining, I have no idea, I'm imagining they did a study on him in camp after this heat-related issue. They probably had something that told them that he was approaching that same level of where he was at the camp with the heat-related issue, and they pulled him out of there as a precautionary measure. Dawand said, I'm good to go. I don't need this. I'm good to go. And then they put him back out there. And then he probably reached it again.
All right, so we have to be ready. This is going to happen again this week. This is going to be even warmer, right? It's 81.
It's supposed to be 80. It's supposed to be 80 on Sunday.
So we have to be prepared for this. And, you're going up against Micah Parsons, who's healthy. You're going up against that defensive line, maybe the best in football.
It's in
a game that could be hotter.
All right. It's not optimal. It's certainly not optimal,
What
that's
does
for
this mean?
sure.
Can I ask you, what does this mean, the future of just Dawand in general? Because did such a great job getting in shape.
That it's still
especially
up in the
after
air.
the injury last year.
That it's still up in the air.
How many offensive linemen are they searching for this next offseason?
Maybe all 5, for crying out loud. From what I know, like, he's only been at the position for 2 games. And in the first game, he struggled a bit. He certainly struggled a bit. By the way, the fourth quarter came around late in the game. It wasn't that hot out last week, 2 weeks ago, but it was late in the game. When did he start to really struggle? Late in the game against Cincinnati. So you're definitely tired. You're as Jimmy Johnson said in the documentary that you've watched. Let the mind control the body. Don't let the body control the mind. So he starts to have a penalty. They're monitoring him. They pull him out for it is absolutely bizarre, and it doesn't give me much confidence for his future. It's absolutely bizarre. But I wonder why the anger and the frustration. I ain't gonna lie, I saw Emmett get mad about it. I saw our guys get mad about it. I go, what's there to be mad about? It just ain't optimal. It doesn't inspire confidence. I need him out there for the entire game. You're an offensive lineman. You really don't come off the field unless you're really hurt. So it doesn't inspire any confidence. Is that what we're mad about? I mean, he worked as hard as he could to get in better shape. He was in worse shape last year.
Kenny, I was blown away by seeing him at camp. When we talked to him, we interviewed him, especially coming off the injury. I thought his weight was going to be a massive problem again this year because of that. And then he came into camp the best he's ever looked.
He was in good shape. Did he lose too much? I don't know what it is. Did he lose too much weight too soon? I don't know what it is. Mary Kay Cabot joins us at 8:20 this morning. I mean, the whole thing is absolutely bizarre.